The boardroom was silent as the billionaire CEO, Lucas Bennett, signed the final documents sealing a $100 million merger. Applause erupted from his team, cameras flashed, and champagne bottles popped, but Lucas didn't smile. He never did anymore. He simply adjusted the cufflinks on his tailored Armani suit and left the room. "Mr. Bennett, the press is waiting," his assistant called after him, but he was already in the elevator, heading down. Something gnawed at him today. He couldn't name it, just an unshakable hollowness that had shadowed him for years. Down in the lobby of his towering corporate headquarters in downtown Chicago, the cleaning staff moved quietly. They always did, invisible to the powerful, unnoticed by the elite. But something caught his attention as he stepped into the marble-floored lobby. A small voice. A child's voice. "Dad," a little boy said aloud. Lucas turned, confused, then frozen. A boy, no more than 5 or 6, was staring up at him wide-eyed, standing beside a cleaning cart. The child's mop of dark curly hair, light brown skin, and the shape of his eyes, all uncannily familiar. "I'm sorry, sir." A woman in a janitor's uniform rushed over, grabbing the boy's hand. "Milo, shoo, don't say things like that." Lucas couldn't take his eyes off the boy. He knelt slowly. "What did you say, buddy?" The boy looked nervous now, clutching his mother's leg. "Mommy says I don't have a daddy." "But I saw you in the picture in her drawer." Lucas felt the air leave his lungs. His eyes met the woman's, wide, wet, and filled with panic. "Camila," he whispered, standing slowly, disbelief in his voice. The woman looked away. "I'm sorry, Mr. Bennett. Please forget this. Milo is just confused." But Lucas remembered. 12 years ago, he was a rising star in the company, just a young executive, working late nights with a bright-eyed intern from Brazil named Camila Costa. They had been inseparable, until one day, she vanished. He never got answers. She simply stopped showing up, and the rumors that followed were never confirmed. He stepped closer. Is he mine?" Camila's lips trembled, then she turned to lead her son away. "Wait," he called after her. The boy looked back. Lucas stood rooted in place, stunned, shaken to his core. For the first time in years, something broke open in him, not a deal, not a contract, but his tightly sealed heart. He left the building that afternoon without another word. No meetings, no press. His car service waited, but he ignored it and walked the city streets alone. That night, Lucas sat in his penthouse, staring at old photos on his phone. He searched his archives until he found a blurry snapshot of Camila on the office rooftop, laughing, holding a paper coffee cup. He had saved it, despite himself. Now, her image stirred a regret deeper than he expected. He barely slept. The next morning, Lucas returned to his building at dawn, hours before the staff arrived. He waited in the lobby, sipping bitter coffee. At 6:45, the cleaning crew began filtering in. Camila came last, Milo in tow, wrapped in a thick coat too large for him. Lucas approached gently. "Camila, please. Talk to me." She flinched but didn't run. Milo clung to her hand. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked softly. "I was going to," she whispered. "I tried. But you were already being promoted. Everyone said you'd never look back at someone like me. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was scared." Lucas rubbed his temples. "You disappeared. I looked for you. I moved to my cousin's place in Aurora. Changed numbers. I thought it was best." She knelt to adjust Milo's coat. "I never wanted anything from you." Lucas looked at Milo, now coloring on the edge of a newspaper. "You have no idea what I've lost." She looked up at him. "He's happy. He's loved. That's all that matters." "I want to know him," Lucas said firmly, then softened. Please. Camila studied his face, the cracks showing beneath the billionaire sheen. She nodded. Okay. Slowly. For his sake. That weekend, Lucas met them at Lincoln Park Zoo. He showed up in jeans, not a suit. Bought ice cream. Carried Milo on his shoulders. He laughed, really laughed, for the first time in years. Over the next few weeks, they met again. Museums. Parks. Pizza nights. Lucas marveled at how quickly he fell into rhythm with the boy. Milo asked questions non-stop. He liked dinosaurs, hated broccoli, and wanted to be a firefighter. Camila remained cautious but cordial. Lucas admired her strength. She'd raised their son alone while juggling 2 cleaning jobs. Despite her tired eyes, she never complained. One night, Lucas asked if he could take Milo to a basketball game. Camila hesitated, then agreed, under one condition. Don't make promises you won't keep. I won't, he said. And he didn't. Soon, Milo began calling him Dad again, this time not by accident. One Saturday, after a family picnic, Milo fell asleep on Lucas's couch. Camila lingered, helping fold blankets. The city lights glowed through the windows. You've changed, she said quietly. So have you, Lucas replied. He paused. Do you regret it? She looked down. Sometimes. But then I see Milo's face, and, no. He's my everything. Lucas reached into a drawer and pulled out a small velvet box. Her eyes widened. What's that? Not what you think. He opened it, inside were keys. A house. Closer to the city. No more night shifts. You deserve better. I can't accept this. It's not charity, he said. It's long overdue. She hesitated, then slowly took the keys. No more words were needed. But not everything was easy. When the media caught wind of Lucas Bennett's secret son, tabloids erupted. Headlines screamed of scandal. Board members whispered. Shareholders raised eyebrows. Lucas called an emergency press conference. He stood alone on stage. Yes, he began, I have a son. His name is Milo. And I am proud to be his father. He paused. I once built an empire while forgetting what truly matters. That changes now. A stunned silence filled the room. Then, applause. One by one, people stood. Not everyone, but enough. That night, Lucas took Camila and Milo to a quiet dinner by the lake. They watched the sunset together, the boy nestled between them, telling a story about his school pet hamster. Lucas looked at Camila. Would you ever consider starting again? She smiled softly. One step at a time. Years passed. Lucas balanced boardrooms with bedtime stories. He still closed deals, but now he also coached soccer, helped with math homework, and learned to cook pancakes. He married Camila in a quiet ceremony by the same rooftop where they once laughed over coffee. Milo, wearing a bow tie too big for his neck, stood proudly as the ring bearer. And in that moment, Lucas knew, he hadn't lost time, he had just taken the long road home.